Good afternoon, everybody. I tried to play a video. Let me see if I can get it to play. Hold on. Epic fail there at the beginning. But anyway, hey, it's Chris the Batman Statue Collector doing a little live stream, a little live hangout. It's been a minute with all of the shenanigans going on this summer. I've had a busy couple months here and there. And so I'm back to work, which I've been back to work for about a week. And so I'm going to try to pop back on these on Sundays if I can every once in a while. I won't be able to do the morning streams, but we'll be able to do Sundays every once in a while. And so anyway, I've just been actually, I've just been upstairs. We've been putting together some furniture. So took a little break from that. And I'm anxious to hang out with you guys. So again, these hangout shows are your shows. Whatever we talk about is up to you. Very excited about a lot of the new reveals that we've had. Obviously, a lot of the guys are at StatueCon right now. I was also invited to attend that, but like I said, I'm back to work, and so it makes it difficult to travel without asking for time off, and I'll be doing that later on in the year for various things. But anyway, welcome to the show. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. I'm really excited because I got notification yesterday that David actually had time to do. David Finch had a chance to do a piece for me, so I'm very excited to get that in, and it's crazy because it went above and beyond. So I'm very excited to add that. But anyway, whatever you guys want to talk about, let's talk about it. Okay. So again, welcome to the show. Let's see who we've got in the house. Let's go. Some BSC Sunday action. Okay, Chris, what do you think of that Ghost Rider 1/3 scale, and how can we get Matt to pre-order it? I don't think you're going to have any trouble at all getting Matt Martin to order this thing. I think it looks absolutely insane. I'm very excited about it. It's not something that I would get because I'm not a Ghost Rider guy, but I'm going to put it up here on the screen just so you guys know what I'm talking about here. So there it is right there. We will, of course, look at it in full detail on Rogues Gallery Live, but this will just give you kind of a taste of it, of kind of what we're talking about here. Let me get rid of that so you guys can see. But I think it's incredible. And the crazy thing about it is it's 1/3 scale. So it is absolutely going to be massive. Actually, I think I've got a graphic here that kind of shows you the size. So it's going to be 36 inches high by 40 inches wide. So I'm going to get my measuring tape here, 40 inches wide. So I can't even fit it on the screen. So there's 40 inches wide by 36 tall. So like top of the table. Isn't that crazy? So it is going to be amazing. Absolutely incredible. And I don't think it's going to be hard to get Matt Martin to buy that at all. I really don't. Live and in Technicolor. Hello, BSC. Again, thanks for being here, guys. Should we call ourselves batters if we are BSC followers? I like that. Maybe I should get some shirts made up for all of the batters out there. Thank you very much again, just for everybody for just being here, supporting the channel. Thank you very much. Is your next pre-order going to be the Sideshow Man Bat? Probably, most likely. I don't know if there's anything else going up for pre-order. Let's see what. I'm trying to think of what else they said that might go up for pre-order. I think Riddler, the Tweeterhead Riddler bust. I need to get Chad on the channel. A lot of people are asking questions about like what's going on with Tweeterhead, if it's the tariff situations and whatnot. So I need to get Chad on. We need to talk about some things. So maybe I need to see if he wants to come on Rogues and talk a little bit. Because I know there's a lot of conversation going on in the community right now. But Sideshow Man Bat is definitely on my list. I've got a couple of things that are coming in. Supposedly, I'm getting that that piece from. I'm just going blank here. Supercraft. Supercraft is sending me their prototype, and so that should be here. They said maybe this week or next week, and so hopefully that'll come soon. And then obviously we're going to be getting the LBS in also, the LBS Batman in soon. So we've got a couple of pieces to look forward to. The Michelle Pfeiffer is supposed to ship from J&D in August, they said in their newsletter. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But that's probably definitely my next pre-order coming in. I still never heard back about setting up a Finch piece next year from the site that runs him. Just message Jason Schlachter. He's on Facebook. I was just talking to him earlier. So try to get on his list from there. Okay. It also helps if you're at the show. Mike Stainbrook, member for freaking 51 months. Please give him a like. Hit that like button right there. Show Mike how much you appreciate him for being around for so freaking long. Thank you, Mike, for being here. Really appreciate it. Man, can't believe it. You guys are amazing. All the members, everybody that's hit that join button, thank you very much. Honestly, that makes the PF look like salad before this one is 16-hour steak. Are you talking about the Man Bat? Wow, that looks amazing. Oh, you're talking about the Ghost Rider. Yeah, I know. Jeff Houghton in the house. I'd have to buy a new house for that. I mean, that's the crazy thing is it's a massive piece, but I mean, come on, this looks great. And it's so dynamic. Light up features, obviously. I think a lot of people are going to really like it, but there's been a lot of really great Ghost Rider pieces. There's been a lot. CNSS84. Hey, Chris. Hey, everyone. Just dropping a like. Happy Sunday. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Hope you're having a great weekend and a great week ahead of you as well. Like I said, I'm back to school. I'm back to work. We've got kids starting this week. So I've been back about 7 days now, and it's been a lot of work, been a lot of stuff going on, pre-planning. Funny thing is, I still think it's smaller than the Devastator statue. It probably is. That Devastator is nuts. Ronaldo, hi Chris, I'm glad you enjoyed the pictures I sent you with Jerry Seinfeld and Superman. I also shared it with Jeff Delaney from Secret Sanctuary. I always appreciate you guys sending me stuff, so thank you very much. I appreciate that very much. Love me some Seinfeld. I know you're waiting for that Mr. Freeze Prime 1 statue to finally go up as well. I'm actually a little surprised, although I did talk to the creative director a month or so ago. And he did say that they've actually gone back and tweaked some things and updated some things. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of swap outs, he said, which I was surprised that there would be a ton. But I'm looking forward to the Mr. Freeze. That's one that's definitely coming to the Batcave. Probably one of my most anticipated pieces in a long time. Tweeterhead needs to actually release items instead of just putting out items for pre-order. And, you know, they haven't really, to be fair to them, like, I don't feel like they've done a lot of pre-orders. I know that they've actually held off on some that they were going to do. So I know initially they wanted to get out as many of the busts as possible and, you know, just really go with it. But obviously for a small company, the tariff thing hurts them. Now it probably hurts them less with the pieces that Sideshow's doing. I think, Jeff, again, I've not confirmed with Chad. I was out at the lake yesterday. I was going to message him out there, but I didn't have really good reception. And so what I want to do is I want to get him on. And so, because I think that the pieces that he's probably most concerned about are the ones that are going directly through Tweeterhead still. And then all the new pieces going through Sideshow, I would think wouldn't be as big of an issue. But again, I just don't know for sure. Again, thanks, Mike. Hey, Paula. Hey, everyone. Happy Sunday. Thank you very much for being here. I've got a decision to make this week. I think you may have seen it, Paula, if you didn't see my latest David Finch video. But I had a side-by-side with my Harley Quinn next to a potential Harley Quinn that I might be buying. The person said they might be selling it this week. They're going to decide. So I'm debating still whether to get the Jester Harley or the more modern Harley. So we'll see. Although I've been trying to enable Dan. So Dan over at Wayne Manor Rocket City, he got my Batman, right? And which is the Batman torso kind of. And then he also got the Bane from Jimmy G. And I said, no, now you're going to start your own Finch wall. This is how mine started, because he said he might be interested in that Harley Quinn if I do trade it out, because I probably will only have room for one. But anyway, we'll see. Maybe if Dan passes, you might want it, Paula. Mike saying hello. If you are a 1/3 scale collector, that Ghost Rider will be perfect. And again, like, it's so dynamic. I mean, it makes me want it just because it's so cool. It's so colorful. But I can't go down my 87th rabbit hole. I just can't do it. I love how nice you guys are. Love it. Hey, we got Holly Z in the house. I love the video from this morning, but if I had to choose, I would definitely get the black and white. But they were both awesome. Hello, everyone. Thanks again, Holly, for being here. Yeah, the black and white. Right here. This is the one that she's talking about. I had a chance to review these. These are from Pure Arts. Really great. These are vinyl pieces. They're like $85 for these, which I thought wasn't too bad compared to what everybody else is charging for everything else these days. You know, these are bigger than 10th scale, which is nice. But this is my favorite one between the blue and the black and white. So I definitely agree with you, Holly. You've got great taste in Batman. Nice job. All right. Let's see. So thanks for being here, Holly. Please tell me about it, but I'm roasting. Yeah, it's a hot. I figured that Mr. Freeze is coming. I'm waiting to see that Batman Berserker piece. I'm actually a little surprised we haven't seen more about that piece, because that was teased a couple shows ago again. Nice to see you, bud. On another note, you seem to have such positivity. What's your secret? Honest question. Just mindset. You know, you can either choose to be grumpy and miserable, or you can choose to look at the bright side of things. I think it has a lot to do with my parents and my upbringing, but that's just who I am. People always say, whenever they meet me, they're like, it's like, oh, you really are the same way you are on YouTube. Like, you really are that same guy. I'm like, yeah, I'm not trying to be fake. I'm not trying to be anybody other than who I am. And so I try to push, which is probably why I'm a counselor. You know, it's like, that's just who I am. I try to push out positivity wherever I can. I have bad days just like everybody else. And there are days where I don't want to do anything and I just want to, you know, I just want to do all that too. But you know, what's the point? You know, what good is that going to do? So I try to put my positivity out there wherever I can. Thank you very much, Eric. I appreciate it. Theodore in the house. Evening, Chris. LBS Batman has shipped. Finally got a billing notification yesterday. So yeah, mine's coming. You know, and it's on a boat somewhere. I don't have tracking, so I don't have any idea where it is. But I can't wait to see it when it finally arrives, because I have never seen an LBS piece in person yet. 33. What does that mean? Are you 33 degrees? Are you in Antarctica? You got to save up for your next 5 J&D statues, man. I sure hope not. Although I was talking with somebody the other day, you know, somebody asked me about the cape. Was it Jeff? Was it Jeff that asked me? I can't remember who asked me. I don't even know if I've got my phone. I'm going to consult my phone here real quick. Let's see. Maybe it was it Lane? Yeah, it was Jeff Houghton. I was talking with him about he was asking me about the cape for this guy right here. And I said, I just don't know if I want to spend the money. It's like $100, which isn't too much, but I didn't know if I wanted to spend the cape on that, because if J&D does the Keaton Returns piece, I would really like to get that. It's my favorite suit. So, you know, obviously I've got the Catwoman coming. I'm going to be comparing the two to figure out which one I want. But I love the similar bases. I've obviously got, you know, 3 J&D pieces right now, with the 4th one coming in Bane. And so I don't know. I mean, obviously they've teased the Danny DeVito Penguin. They've teased Jack Sparrow and some other characters, possibly Davy Jones. I'm in on those. I don't want to spend the money on those, but I definitely am interested in at least maybe 3 or 4 more J&D. We'll see. My wallet doesn't like that. Ermin, shout out all the way from Malaysia, brother. Thank you very much. Hope everybody is doing well over there. And again, thank you very much for being here today. Jartober, I love it. Thank you very much. Hi, everyone. Don't forget to hit that like button. Thank you, Ronaldo. I appreciate it. I can't agree any more than Ronaldo, but seriously, if you do hit the like button, that does help other people find the live content. YouTube pushes it out more. and helps us grow. We just passed 214,000 subscribers here on YouTube, which is insane to me. Thank you for the love, guys. Thank you. DC fanatics are friendlier than Marvel ones. They must be. I don't know. Recently, I watched on your review of both Superman Prime 1 Studio Henry Cavill. Will you be getting both soon? I don't do Superman, unfortunately. I did once. I got the Hush Superman, kind of treated him as a villain. But I did one of my panic sales, like where I needed money for art or whatever I needed the money for, either another statue or art. It's always one of those two, probably a Finch piece. And so I didn't have Superman. I think I maybe had him a month, I think. Only thing that I have any negativity in the hobby at the moment is it just seems Prime 1 buried that Phantasm part Batman statue, 3-part Batman statue, and the Justice Batman and Wonder Woman statue is all. So I've been told repeatedly by their creative director that nothing is ever canceled necessarily. It's just that the timing. And their owners, Prime 1 owners, lost all confidence in DC. Now, obviously, they still have a few pieces that they're teasing, the Riddler, Mr. Freeze, some of those pieces. He also said if Superman does well, they're more likely, and Superman did do well, to bring out more DC pieces. And so I am very optimistic that we will see new stuff from Prime 1 Studio. It makes me excited. Again, the problem is a lot of people are not buying or not spending that kind of money on the expensive painted rock. And so it gets difficult. But I'm still hoping that they are willing to release some things like the Phantasm. I would love to buy that Mask of the Phantasm based on the artwork of Clay Mann. I don't know if I necessarily want the Batman Catwoman yet, but I want the Phantasm for sure. We've got Jimmy G over at Godlike Statues. Thank you very much for being here, my friend. I hope mentioned you earlier that you had sold your incredible Bane, which is just awesome. So now Dan has 2 Finch pieces, which is very exciting. And as Jimmy focuses on his movie pieces. Hi again, Chris. I forgot to ask you if you've seen the Gremlins diorama. It looks so awesome. I don't know if I have. Who's making the Gremlins? Is it PCS? Oh, Canada, Chris, and it's Celsius. So probably a little chillier up there, I bet. I've been collecting Pokemon lately, but always room for my girl. Well, there you go. Absolutely. I don't think Dan would be able to pass on it, but I'll keep you in mind. I was going to call you Harley. You are Harley to me, Paula. LBS Batman Blue shipped by spec on 8/1 and should arrive in 30 to 40 days. And FedEx takes over. Should have it about a week after, so mid-September. That's kind of when I figured I would probably get mine around that same time. I did get the black version, so it'll be neat to compare and contrast. And hey Jeff, if you'd be interested in doing a guest review, I would love to feature that because I'm going to do the black one. It'd be really cool to hear your take. If you're willing or interested at all, just hit me up. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Yes, I'm thinking of that draped cape. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so yeah, the cape. Got JWR in the house. How's it going, my friend? Hope you get your art tomorrow. Want to give a shout out to JWR and his girlfriend. She's celebrating her birthday, and looks like JWR treated them to a really fun outdoor adventure weekend. So I hope you guys had a blast, and hopefully you're back home safe. Yeah, I hear you. It's been years since I got a J&D, but I may be getting that Dancer Harley statue from that. It's 4K, but I'm just in for Robbie Harley, and even though I own the first one. So the crazy thing about that piece is I really like it a lot, but I don't think I'd be able to fit it because it's got that really tall, base where she's hanging from that chain. But it's a beautiful statue. I think it's one of their best. So if you get it, congratulations. And same like I told Jeff, I would love for you to review it if you'd be interested at all. Chris, can you show the statue you just had from Holly? I think that was her name. Yes. This is the one, right? I just reviewed it today. It is available if anybody wants it. I've got the black one and the blue one. So, it's not going to be able to stay in my collection, but it's a cool piece. So anybody wants to hit me up, thebatmanstatuecollector@gmail.com. I'll give you a good deal on it. So yeah, you guys can see the full review on both of those on today's video, Jartober, if you're interested. From Pure Arts. How about Kratos and Thor from Prime One Studio? That Thor piece, I think it's one of their best that they've done in a long time. All the details, all of the incredible cut and sew elements but so many that look real, like the leather is sculpted, but it looks like real leather. It's just really, really impressive. I'm just noticing too. You guys didn't see this one. I just got this one in. This one's from Danny Earls. This is an original painting from him. It's real interesting because the way it is he's got the scars on a different side than we usually see him. And so I think in my mind, I feel like this is like him looking in the mirror. It's like, you know, that evil reflection, that dual reflection. So that's what I'm calling this one. Isn't that cool? I think it's quickly become one of my favorites. I love this thing. Danny Earls is phenomenal. And there's I think a video already up for members. If you're a member already, you can see that video where I talk about Danny. Got a lot of art videos coming out actually this week. Yeah, well, I've been considering getting the Superman from Justice, but I'm hesitant since I would want at least one more item to get with them. I understand that completely. It was made by Iron Studios. Which one? Let's see, I can't remember which one you were talking about. Let's see. Who said that? Ronaldo. Let me go back up and see. And now I can't find it. Anyway, sorry if I missed it. Chris, my goal is to be at 100K in 2026. YouTube is a grind. Well, I mean, it took me nearly 9 years to get to 100K. So, I mean, if that's just nuts. If you're able to achieve that, God bless you, my friend, because that's incredible. Just incredible. If you can do it, just keep working hard. Sure thing. I'll have the world's finest with Superman and Batman. That'd be awesome, Jeff. If you're willing to do that, that'd be incredible. 91 degrees. There you go. That's warm still. Jonathan Rowe in the house, Brotherhood member. Thank you again for joining us. Hello, everyone. Jartober with the heart. We'll email you. Okay, thank you very much. What's up, everyone? Just watching in the house. Another member in the house. Thank you for being here. Everyday Adams Comics. When you sell pieces do you usually do private sales to your followers, or do you post on eBay for general public? I do a little bit of both. I usually will post in our Facebook group first. You know, whether it's, you know, my regular group, the Batman Statue Collector, Brotherhood of the Bat Collectibles, or we also have a BSC buy sell trade. I'll put stuff there. I always prefer that because if you do it on eBay, you have to like charge more because of the fees. And so I'd rather just, you know, I'm just usually happy to get my money back if I can. And so, you know, I usually sell through there, or, you know, eBay is always a possibility as well. But, you know, and sometimes we sell things through my videos, like I'll have like for sale videos here on YouTube, which is, you know, great for me because it's got an audience. And usually I end up selling most of my things. And then of course I just take that money and put it right back in the channel. So, you know, whenever you guys buy stuff for me, you don't understand how much it helps, because I'll either use it for art or to put more in the channel. You know, whether to put furniture in or new tables or new lighting or whatever. So, you know, anytime you guys buy from me, or anytime you guys do super chats or PayPal donations or any of that stuff that I get from time to time, all of that rolls back in the channel. I can't thank you guys enough for it. So thank you. Thor's amazing with the fur coat and lighting's tempted to get. I mean, that piece, I don't think he's up for pre-order yet, if I remember right. But, oh my God, that's a phenomenal piece. So I think anybody that gets that is going to be really, really happy. We got Chris Porter in the house. Haven't seen Chris in a while. Thank you very much for being here. Happy Sunday to you. Zhao, wow, awesome. I ordered Danny's recent bottleneck Gotham print. It's great. Hope you're doing well. I also ordered that one as well. I don't know when that one ships, but oh my God, that thing is beautiful. And I have no idea where I'm going to put that thing, but I couldn't not get it. again, I say in my video, again, for members that have already seen it, that I just really feel like Danny is an artist on the rise. There's some things that I found out that I can't talk about yet, but some massive opportunities for him. And I think that this is going to elevate him to the upper echelon of comic creators. And I'm really excited for him because he's super talented and just seriously one of the nicest guys in the business. Eric Peter Carlson. Sorry. Did we ever hear anything about the Alex Ross Trinity from Prime One? I feel it's been a long time. Yes and no. Again, there's some things that I have heard and have been told that I'm not really at liberty to talk about. I know that there's maybe been some issues between Prime One and Blitzway, possibly. And so I think that's why we haven't seen the other ones go up for pre-order. Superman's the only one that's gone up for pre-order so far. I am hoping that they're able to figure out what they need to figure out. And I'll just leave it at that. But I'm also very much wanting that Batman from Blitzway. Gotta go, folks. Have a great day. Peace. Thanks for being here, Mike. Hope you have a great rest of your evening, Sunday evening. I know where you'll put that new Danny print. Where? Where do you think I'll put it? You got to tell me, JWR, because is it going to be? It's going to be in the hallway, out in my hallway somewhere. I just don't know. I did hang out my Alex Ross canvas. I did hang it up. No, I didn't. I hung up my Jim Lee canvas. Just trying to kind of put it in the basement, like the kind of the entryway that comes into the entryway to the Batcave. But man, I love that Danny Earls print. But yeah, where do you think I'm going to put it? I want to know. From what I've seen, everything is incredible. He's done really cool to hear. Yeah, and again, just this is just something he did quickly. It's just awesome. Just awesome. Just awesome. What do you think about Absolute Batman? That's one that I just got the hardcover. I haven't started reading it yet. I did read the first issue when it first came out, but I haven't read anything else. So I am excited to read more. I love the designs. I loved the writing from Scott Snyder. Whenever I first got that issue, I thought it's something different, and I dig it. I love the look of him. I've actually considered, if I do another large Finch, I've thought about an Absolute Batman from him. I think that would be really neat with a lot of shadows. Speaking of Finch, do you guys want to see something? So David did one for me this weekend. I don't know how I'm going to do this. He did it on 11 by 17, but if you guys want the teaser, if it's going to come in clear, maybe not. He did Joe Chill. Isn't that awesome? So you guys got to see it here first. You guys got to see it here first. Hold on, I got to answer this message here. Sorry, guys. Had to respond there to that. So yeah. Just started collecting. Have a few 1/3 Batman and was wondering how 1/4 villains would fit in the collection. I think that 1/4 and 1/3 fit in nicely together. You can see I've got a 1/3 scale here and a 1/4 scale here. I don't love the look of 1/3 scales with 10 scales or 6 scales. I don't feel like that pairs up quite as good for me personally. I feel like 1/4 scales and 1/3 scales are the sweet spot for me. In my nerd cave. So he's talking about the Danny Earls print. So I tell you what, I'll trade you the Danny Earls Gotham print for Finch Professor Pig. How about that? Hey, it's worth a shot, right? Then that way I don't have to go and ask David for another Professor Pig. Godlike Statue says, Chris, what do you use for lighting in your YouTube reviews? So are you talking about the lighting back here? Is that what you're talking about? Or just the lighting that's like up in here? These are Philips Hue, H-U-E. I've got Govee lights back in the back on their strip lights, which if I had to do it over again, I probably would not have done. I probably would have done lights that are like these, like just smaller, that are up in the things. And I still might do that, that are able to change color if I want to. But yeah, so I mean, like if you're talking about the ones back in the shelves, so like this is just the Govee Home app. So I've got something called Batcave. And what I do is I don't have my Bluetooth. It's all Bluetooth. So let me go into it and I'll show you. So all I have to do is go into it. I select Batcave, and if it's going to pop up on the screen, and I just hit on, boom, they all turn on. So pretty easy. If that's what you're talking, Jimmy. If you have other questions, let me know if I'm not answering what you're meaning. Have you ever taken a big loss on a statue? Oh yes. 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 Very recently, actually, I've lost some money. I lost quite a bit of money on an art sale, but it was completely worth it to me. It was absolutely completely worth it. I'm so jealous that you and David Finch are practically besties. Well, I don't know about that, but it's one of those things where I definitely have spent a lot of money with David Finch. We are not besties. I wish we were. But it would be awesome just to be able to send him a text and say, hey, this is what I was thinking for this character. But I'm definitely winding down after this Joe Chill today. I've got 4 more slots until the wall is basically finished. And like I said, I'm actually in the process too. I messaged Dan. I'm gonna take my larger Finch pieces and I'm gonna get smaller frames so the wall doesn't feel so heavy. Because again, thanks to JWR, thanks to Dan for letting me get a Batman and Joker in the middle. It kind of changed up the aesthetic of that part of the wall. And so I talked to Dan this weekend, and we both kind of agreed that if we do a smaller frame, something like a 16 by 20, I think, versus the 18 by 24, and get a smaller mat, I think it's going to balance out the wall a little bit and give the art a little bit more room to breathe, which I think is going to be great. It's going to be great. Finch is the best without question. I didn't know those were Govee lights. Those are pretty bright for the cost of those. Yeah, so of course the Govee lights, they're the Govee strips, obviously. And the great thing is you can do lots of different things with them. You can animate them. Obviously, so if I wanted to select the whole segment, so I just selected the whole segment right here, and let's say I wanted to do yellow. So there's yellow, or there's orange, right there. We got red. Right there, you got purple, which I like the purple ones. I think that looks great. And then of course you can animate it, and you can change up the colors, whatever you want. The white light, I wish the white light. So if I go to white, so if I go to straight white, I don't think let's see. It kind of comes across as a little bit purple. I wish it was more like that color white. You guys can see the difference between this white and that white. It's kind of a purplish white. I can kind of change it down the middle, and I can go kind of like a reddish white. So I try to keep it around right there in the middle, but I don't love that white. Again, I would rather have purple or something like that. That's more visually interesting to me. Negative Ghost Rider, but at some point you'll need Finch. Yeah, I figured you probably wouldn't give me back the Professor Pig, but I'm so glad that you ended up with it, because if there's anybody that it deserved to be in your collection, I'm really excited to see where you end up putting it. So definitely send me some pics, because I can't wait to see what you do. But yeah, I'm just happy it went to him. Do you still have your McFarlane black and white collection in your Batcave hallway? I do. I'm actually still looking for some. I think I need like 3 more pieces to kind of fill out that bookshelf. My next room tour, I'll do an updated, entryway look too, because I've definitely changed up the entryway. I just added a brand new Liber Mayho piece that some of you guys haven't seen yet. So I'm excited to give you guys some updates. It looks good with the statues for sure. Yeah, I was gonna say the red's nice. I mean, the light is nice. Brad, has J&D released any production photos for Jack Sparrow and Davy Jones? No, I think that they teased like an outline of Jack Sparrow, and so I think that's how people knew that they were going to be doing them. But no official teaser other than just like an outline. Your videos helped me curate my collection recently, less but better, because I think it is something you tend to. You often speak about that, and it is essential for collectors and the collection. And Mikkel, it's either Michael or is it Michael or Mikkel? I think. I'm going to say Michael. I think that for me, that took a long time to realize that as you go through your collecting journey, giving the art some room to breathe is important. And it's one of those things where if I could have a million things in here, I would, but I think it would everything would get lost. So I'm to the point now where I just want to focus on those things that really speak to me. And even more than the statues right now, the art is doing that for me. Like I find myself staring at the wall more than I do the statues. But I love that I have the best of both worlds with that. But it's really less is more. And I think I definitely learned a lot of those lessons from Dan. I really admire his aesthetic. I look at collectors, I was just talking with JWR. I look at collectors like him that will have the art on the wall spaced and it looks nice with the art prints or the original art. And it all comes together in a beautiful way. And it's not too chaotic. I really admire those collections and they inspire me too. So I'm glad that I help inspire you. And what's up, Corn Chip? Brad Ladner in the house. I can't believe your kiddo is back to school already. He's already been back a week. That's crazy. It was awesome to see those photos. But I hope everything's going well with you, Brad. And when are we going to do our next Disney trip? Let's plan it. Jonathan Rowe, out of curiosity, what are those art pieces typically cost on average, and where are good places to find pieces? Are you talking about anybody in particular, Jonathan? Let me know if you're talking about any particular artist. Again, I've got art I can give you price ranges for Jim Lee, David Finch, Liber Mayho, Jonathan Glapian, or Sean Murphy, or just about anybody you want to talk about. I can give you some ideas, but everybody out there has very different price ranges. Some are very, very difficult to get anything from. Some of the art that I've got in is because of the relationships I've developed with them. Otherwise, I would probably have no shot. But again, having this platform has just brought connections that I couldn't even ever imagine to be possible. And so, again, it goes back to what Eric was saying is like, when you put positivity out there in the world, positivity comes back to you. And so I can't stress that enough, is that it's just karma, right? It's just karma. So if you guys put good stuff out, good stuff happens. But let me know, Jonathan, what you're specifically asking. Hey, what do you think the next Tweeterhead DC bust will be when the 3 rogues are done? So obviously, I think you're talking about the Catwoman, you're talking about the Riddler, and you're talking about Clayface. Chad did promise us a Solomon Grundy. So I think that there's a good chance that we'll see him. I think that there's a good chance that we might see like a Penguin. I think we might see a Phantasm. I think we might see a Ra's al Ghul. I think there's a lot of characters that he wants to do. I've seen like early renders of some of those characters I mentioned, but I think it's just a matter of timing. And again, this whole situation right now, I think maybe it's time to have Chad on real quick again and see if maybe we can talk to him about it. So we'll see. Zayad, I hope I said your name right. Zayad Hassan. Hey, I've been watching for a while, and because of you, I finally decided to pull the trigger on my first piece. Well, I guess sorry, not sorry, right? It's what we do. I'm going to put up my graphic right here. Boom. Hashtag enabled. That's what we do here on the BSC. It's an anime piece, but I respect your opinion and would love to hear it. Well, I have said many times I know absolutely nothing about anime. I think I just was. It was after my time. You know, I'm 49, and so it's one of those things where I don't understand anime. I'm sure I would probably like it if I got into it because I love animation, but I just don't know. I don't know what to do, what to start with. And so, but I do love the art, and I think that the art's beautiful. Can I link it in chat for you to check out? Sure. If you send me a picture real quick, the Batman Statue Collector at gmail.com, and I'll see if I can get it. What do you think about J&D starting to add elaborate bases like on the Game of Thrones pieces? Makes me wonder what they are going to come up with for the future. I don't know if I love that, because that's one thing that I really like about the ones that I have are their consistent bases and their lower profile, which fits my shelf better. If I didn't have that aesthetic in my collection, I maybe would think differently. And maybe I wouldn't have even gone to J&D. If I was still doing the podiums, maybe I wouldn't have ever bought into J&D at all. But I do like the way that the movie pieces are looking on the back shelf. Again, I've got the Batman back there. You can see him over my shoulder, Joker, Catwoman, Batman. So we'll see. I watched your Batman White Knight XM Studios. When Dan came into your frame, it was like when Tobey Maguire appeared in No Way Home. Really one of my all-time favorite memories on the channel. Obviously, a lot of them that really speak out to me are the ones like where I've been able to hang out with my friends and meet you guys out at the conventions. Those are very memorable to me, but man, I don't know if there'll ever be one as memorable as Dan flying to my hometown, 50,000 people, and helping surprise you guys. It was such a fun trip. And it was so much fun to do that. It was scary to put that thing together, but man, it was sure fun. All right, let me pull up my Gmail account, and I'll see if I get any photos from you, and I'll put them up on the screen if you do. Wildstar71, hi, was wondering if you ever had a chance to speak to your friends over at Prime One Studio to see if they would be offering a 1/4 scale of the new Mr. Freeze for those of us that can't afford the 1/3. I haven't heard anything. I'm guessing probably not right now. I don't think that they would do both at the same time, because I think that would affect their sales for the 3rd scale. But it's always possible. They've done that obviously with the Hush Batman and the Hush Superman, which I think is waitlisted or sold out. So if the Mr. Freeze does well, then I think that's a good possibility. But I mean, you always have this great sideshow one at quarter scale as well. So we'll see. I was curious about Bermejo pieces, but I haven't a clue where to start looking. So Bermejo is one of the more difficult ones to get from. Again, I have developed a personal relationship with him, and it's all through this channel. I reached out years ago talking about the Prime One pieces, and he did an interview on the channel, and we've just been talking ever since. I now have 5 original pieces of art from him. 2 of them I've gotten from him personally out of the 5. And I'm getting another one this summer if it all plays out this month, actually. But it's difficult. He doesn't do a lot of U.S. shows. Sometimes he will. His list is very limited because he paints. And so, if he's here, let's say a Friday and a Saturday, he might take 3 or 4 commissions. So I got lucky at MegaCon. I tried to get on his list, and we actually just bumped into each other. And he goes, "Hey, were you able to get on my list?" And I said, "He's like, no." They said to check back later. And he said, "Well, I just had a guy drop out. Do you want the slot?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So I said, "Who do you want to do, Two-Face or Scarecrow?" And he said, "You pick. I want to do them both." So I did Two-Face. And the rest is history. So I was just at the right place at the right time. But again, I've just been lucky to have this platform to connect with people. And I think that if you are going to get a piece from him, it's usually have to mostly be at a convention. I think he lives in Italy. And so, I think being overseas, Italy or, Paris or somewhere like that, I think you have a better chance of getting something. It's a fair point about the J&D bases. Again, it's just my personal preference. Like, I don't want them to start changing too much. And I was also really surprised that they would do the same look as the Prime 1 piece. That was surprising to me. All right, Leo. Hey, Chris, when you have some time, can you please measure the width of your new chairs? Consider buying one for a small room, but concerned it won't fit through the entry door. These things will fit through a door. I'm just going to go. I bought them on Amazon. So I'm just going to give you the dimensions right now. Let me go into my orders. Hold, please. All right, so these are called Chanel swivel accent chairs. They're on Amazon. Comes in a set of 2. The set of 2 was $566. Only 4 left in stock, though, Leo. Let me see if I can get you some measurements here. Okay, so this says there's a maximum weight of 285 pounds. Height is 28.5 inches. Depth is 29 3/4 inches. Width looks like just width of the sofa part is 21 3/4 inches and 4 inches on both sides. So 25, 26, 28. So it'd be about 30 inches wide. So it's not too wide. I think you'd have no trouble, Leo. Freezing Point Studios. Hello there. Thank you very much for being in the show. Appreciate it. Hello there to you. Again, just thank you guys for being here. I still haven't received an email yet with that photo. I just want to double check. Sometimes it might go into I get a lot of emails every single day, so sometimes things go into spam. But I don't see anything yet. But even if it's after the show, I can still email you back. So we'll see. But I don't have anything yet. Nope, not yet. All right. Well, hold on. Now I just got an email. Okay, there I go. As I'm speaking, I just got it in. So hold on. So let me download these and I'll put them on here. Got to load the banners. Hold on. Download those 3. All right, so this is the one he's talking about right here. And who's this by? Is this a Prime 1 piece? I can't remember what you said. I love the art direction. The colors are beautiful. Yeah, I love that. Like the fingers, like this thing. That's really cool. I love it. I think it's awesome. I love the flow of it. I love pieces like this because I always feel like it's really neat that it does so many things that I feel like the Batman pieces can't, or that I wish the Batman pieces did. I think it's awesome. Yeah, really. I think you're going to love that statue. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Thanks for sending the pictures. The J&D piece is the same as the Prime 1 because that's all they're allowed to do with her per licensing. Saw someone in the know mention it on Statue Forum. Well, thank you for the insight. Again, I didn't hear that, so that's good because I'm like, why would they do the exact same pose? But it's like, like the same with Marvel. I think Marvel and Disney, they were really worried what some male collectors will do with the life-size bus. And so I can see them maybe being more conservative with the poses they're allowed to do. So I can see that. I can absolutely see that. Syed said it comes with 2 body types and 3 different faces. I think it looks great. I think it's awesome. It's a fairly new Singaporean company called Time Studio. They were created specifically for this anime. That's awesome. Well, I think it's a beautiful piece. Yeah, I think it's beautiful. I love the colors. I love any statue. And again, that's why I'm so jealous of some of these other anime pieces or video game pieces, is because they have so much movement to them. Like those Prime 1 Street Fighter pieces that had all the swirls, and it just has a lot of movement. And I wish the Batman statues, there were more of that style. Even if it was like a stylized series, I just think it's a lot of fun. And there's not a lot of color in Batman. So whenever you can get, more than just black and yellow and green, like I'm looking at the colors. I've got green, I've got a little bit of orange back there, mostly black here, a little bit of red and black, but I love the colorful ones. Just a lot of fun for sure. Absolutely. So again, thank you for sending the pictures. I appreciate that very much. Get that turned off here. So anyway, that's awesome. Yeah, and all three orbs have crazy light up effect. The red and the blue were on the sides and the huge purple one in the middle. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, congratulations. I think you said that was going to be your first purchase. So you'll never forget your first purchase. It's always exciting. And congratulations and welcome to this insane hobby. Have you seen the new Clayface statue coming soon from Legendary Beast Studio? Wicked cool. Yes, absolutely. I've seen it maybe the last 3 years. I've seen it from the original kind of concept that Jay sent me. Wasn't able to share it at the time. They've definitely kind of pivoted from the original look of him. They were originally going to do some things with the chest, and I think maybe they might still, but obviously, the more you do, the more expensive it's going to be. And so I would imagine at this point, something that large, Jay's going to want to keep at a reasonable price point. Same with like the Tweeterhead bust. I love that thing. Cannot wait for a third scale Clayface. Absolutely. It's going to be incredible. Do you like I Know What You Did Last Summer? I have not seen the new one. Our family doesn't watch a lot of horror movies at all. So I watched the old one back in the day, but I haven't seen the new one. Let's see the movies I saw. I saw Jurassic Park this summer. I saw Superman, and I saw Fantastic Four. Thank you. Yeah, it was a bit steeper than I wanted my first one to be. It was about $1,200 before shipping, but I just needed to have it. Well, again, there's no turning back now. That's the problem with this hobby, is that once you dip your toe in, you're hooked, my friend. You're in big, big trouble. Like I said, hashtag enabled. That's for sure. So anyway, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. I've got some things to do. I'm going to go check out on the furniture up there. I might need to do some more furniture building. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate everybody tuning in. And thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out with me on a Sunday. And again, I'm sorry it's been a while since I've done one of these. I'll try to do one maybe once a week where I can. And obviously, Rogues Gallery Live is going to be this Wednesday. So tune in. Last week on Wednesday, I was at ZZ Top with my son, so that was a lot of fun. And this week, we're going to be looking at statues and talking about nerdy, geeky stuff. So definitely tune in if you want to join us. I would love that. And just hope you have a great rest of your week. Say a prayer for me as I start teaching children. So I'm definitely going to need the caffeine. I got an extra coffee right here today. It's my second one today. I'm going to need those all week. So send in all your PayPal donations just for my Starbucks gift card so I can make it through the week. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you all have a great one. And we'll see you all Wednesday right here in the Bat Cave. Bye, everybody. Have a good one. Thanks for watching.